Welcome to Caribbean Global Network News and Sports. I am Scott Wilson. In today's headlines, man arrested for selling US visas. And in sports, world leading times set at Carifta Trials. Beware of fake Nadinola Bleaching Cream. E.W. Abrams and Sons Limited, EWA, the former distributor of the popular bleaching cream, Deluxe Nadinola, recently placed advertisements in the daily newspaper in Jamaica warning the public to beware of counterfeit products bearing the label. EWA said it discontinued both the name and the distribution of the Nadinola bleaching cream 4 years ago and has not disclosed the formula to a third party nor given permission for the use of the product's original name. EWA also said it was unaware of the counterfeiter, their production methods, and the composition of the fake product. The company said this raises serious health and safety concerns for the unknowing users of the fake product. Man arrested for selling US visas. A man accused of fraudulently collecting money to assist several people with acquiring United States visas has been arrested by the police in Kingston. This following complaints received by the U.S. Embassy from 8 Jamaicans who were defrauded. The Overseas Criminal Investigations (OCI) division of the U.S. Embassy in Kingston said following its investigation, the police arrested and charged Eric George Miller of Olympic Gardens last Wednesday. According to reports, the accused allegedly convinced each of the 8 victims to deposit between Jamaican $75,000 to $160,000 into his bank account in exchange for promising to help them acquire H-2B visas and employment opportunities in the United States. A statement from the embassy said, quote, "When the victims recently appeared at the U.S. Embassy as instructed by Miller, they learned that they had no visa appointments scheduled, and Miller did not answer their calls or arrive to render assistance with the process," end quote. Miller was arrested and charged by the Constabulary's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Division, CTOC, with obtaining money by means of false pretense, due to the misrepresenting himself as someone who could assist in acquiring H-2B visas, overseas work opportunities, and charging multiple Jamaicans for services not rendered. The United States Embassy's OCI division said it is committed to preserving the transparency of the visa issuance process and is dedicated to ensuring that Jamaican nationals seeking visas are not unfairly exploited by financial fraudsters. 3 arrested after seizure of gun shipped from the U.S. The police are reporting that 2 men, including a foreign national, were taken into custody following the seizure of a Ruger semi-automatic pistol at a property on Industrial Terrace in Kingston. The weapon was reportedly shipped in a crate from a United States address. It was seized during a joint operation involving the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Branch, CTOC, and the Contraband Enforcement Team from the Jamaica Customs. The lawmen have withheld the name of the 2 suspects pending charges. And over to sport. Holding says new system needed at Cricket West Indies. Cricket legend Michael Holding has hailed the recent leadership change at Cricket West Indies, but says the regional governing body now needs to undergo serious constitutional change if it is to escape the cycle of poor governance. The 65-year-old outspoken Jamaican fast bowler said a new constitution would allow for an enhanced governance structure which would prevent future CWI leaders from, quote, dominating situations, doing as they like, and being supported by their lackeys, end quote. Holding lamented the fact that previous Cricket West Indies administrations had ignored the key recommendations contained in various reports, all of which had called for an overhaul of the governing body. And while noting that restructuring the board was not necessarily the first thing which needed to be undertaken by new President Ricky Skerritt, Holding said it should be placed high on the priority list. Melbourne JDF to meet at Senior Cup semi-final. Melbourne Cricket Club, MCC, and the Jamaica Defence Force, JDF, will meet in this weekend's Senior Cup final after getting the better of St. Thomas and Kingston respectively in the semi-finals at the weekend. At Up Park Camp, JDF scored 299 in their first innings against Kingston, with Deethmar Harrison making a stroke-filled 111. He was well supported by Jermaine Harrison, who made 84. Dennis Bulai also chipped in with 40, and off-spinner Javon Buchanan grabbed 4 for 43, while left-arm spinner Patrick Harty took 4 for 95. Kingston could only manage 202 in reply. Odin Smith top scored with 78, while Bulai managed 4 for 64. With first inning points already in the bag, the game drifted to a tame draw, with JDF totaling 165 for 5 in their second innings when the game was called off. JDF captain Leighton Leslie said it was a good win. World leading time set at Carifta Trials. The Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, the J3A, Carifta Trials ended on a high at National Stadium in Kingston with some outstanding performances in the sprint hurdles and 800-meter races. On the final day of the three-day event, Rashid Broadbell and Vashon Vasiana of St. Jago High ran world-leading times to finish first and second in the under-20 110 hurdles final. After Excelsior High's Akira Nugent, who turned 17 later this month, also set a new world under-20 lead in the 100-meter hurdles, adding to her world youth record set earlier in the year by winning in 13.26 seconds. Broadbell won with 13.14 seconds, ahead of his teammate Vasiana, who ran 13.22 seconds and who had set the Class 2 record at the ISA Boys and Girls Athletics Championships the previous week at a lower height. That's it for your CGN News and Sports. I am Scott Wilson. Pleasant viewing.